Let's go!
We have a slam jam, thank you ma'am, packed 2024 early right now with like Tekken and Final Fantasy VII. You know, all things considered, I'm a little concerned about this game that it just gets crammed in between all that, and I'm hoping it doesn't. So I'd like to put time into DD2 because the combat of this game is pretty friggin' interesting. At least of Dragon's Dogma 1. And let's see what the hell the differences are for the second game, because this is easily a pretty huge Capcom game. This is probably one of the only quote-unquote open world games, quote-unquote open world games that Capcom has made outside of recent efforts like the Street Fighter story mode. So let's see how it goes. Not 4K? Boo earns. Is that The Witcher? Grabbing some bird? Oh, don't burn those poor guys. Wow. Nice, the Griffin. The wind is pushing me. That song DMCA'd everybody in 2012, dude.
The director of Dragon's Dogma 2. Dragon's Dogma 2 is a narrative-driven action RPG set in an immersive fantasy world designed to place player choice at the heart of the gameplay experience.
Well, that sounds good, Itsuno-san.
The action gameplay is designed to challenge your creativity, and although this is a single-player adventure, AI-controlled companions will accompany you throughout the experience.
What the hell?
Today,
Archers
like to
can
show
jump
you a
off
little of
enemies?
what you can expect from the world of Dragon's Dogma 2 with this new gameplay footage. In Dragon's Dogma 2, up to 3 AI...
Somebody said we can use this as an example of what Monster Hunter World 2 could look like. I mean, we could, right? This could be an example. It's just the art style of Monster Hunter is a lot different. Like, the world design of Dragon's Dogma 1 and 2 look pretty similar, like, just right off the bat. So, it's funny, the world design isn't super... I'd say good looking. Like, they're kind of flat, right? Monster Hunter art style is a lot different. The world in DD1 looks a lot like this world in DD2. And I think that's sort of a disservice to it, where even an old Xbox 360 game looks kind of similar to this, at least in my memory. So let's keep watching, and I'll shut the hell up.
Control beings called pawns can join you on your adventure.
The grass is moving, though. It already has something on FF7 Remake.
Starting vocations that determine how they will play.
Damn, I'm down with the mage cat chick.
Of course, you will be able to change your vocation at any time by visiting vocation guilds. For now, let's look at the fighter vocation. Wielding a one-handed sword and shield, the fighter excels in melee combat.
Ooh.
As a fighter,
Damn,
you can cut down enemies with
beat
a
the
sword
shit out of all these
and protect
kids.
yourself and your party
Look at them
using
go.
your shield.
Those guys are just jumping at
As we
him.
keep going, we can see some harpies in the distance. As an archer, you'll be better suited to take down enemies above you. Let's see what they can do. The archer is a vocation that uses a bow
It's cool
and
that she
arrow
like
to
knocks
attack
a second
enemies from
arrow
a distance.
on the bow.
Make full use of your arsenal, including exploding or blighting arrows. You can also aim at your enemies like a third-person shooter.
Is that guy just a straight up ninja?
The monsters
What the
of Dragon's
hell?
Dogma 2 behave organically in the world around them, and will even
He's like
react
running
to
around with a
players
couple
by
of
using their
sais.
wits against you.
Early look at the bow
Next, I
class
would
in
like to
Monster
show you
Hunter
the mage
World
in
2.
action.
I just saw
Mages excel
Gandalf
at
on the left.
long-range magical attacks, as well as healing and support spells that bolster your party with various enchantments to give allies an advantage in battle. The more advanced and powerful the magic is, the longer the incantation will take.
Yeah, some of these spells in DD1 were crazy.
In addition to the pawns you adventure with, you will occasionally act with other inhabitants of the world.
What's this? We're trapped.
The guy was just sleeping down there? This is playable right now at TGS. I'm curious if there's any impressions out.
Lastly, let's take a look at the thief. As a thief, you use daggers to strike at your enemies, relying on agility and quick attacks. Use Swift Step to quickly move away from enemies after an attack. The key strategy for the thief against massive monsters is to find openings and cling on to the enemy to deal damage.
Cool.
Fighting head-on is always an option, but it's a good idea to utilize the environment around you while engaging with enemies.
That is really cool.
Between your chosen vocation,
that's like part of the fight.
Diverse terrains, and the particular monster you're up against, each encounter challenges players and their party to use their creativity to succeed.
What the hell?
Two nations prosper in the world of Dragon's Dogma 2. Vermund, the human kingdom, and Batal, the land of Beastren. In Vermund, the Arisen who slay the dragon have ruled as kings for generations. This land of lush meadows and rolling hills is ripe for exploration. In contrast, Batal is a rugged canyon nation with a city built on the site of ancient ruins. It is home to the Beastren and their unique culture. The nation of Batal offers players a different experience from the human kingdom, with diverse environments to explore and monsters to encounter.
Baldur's Gate 3, but like hyper combat focused, the way Capcom games are, right?
In your adventures, you might come across people who call out to you.
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir?
Other times, you might receive
Masterworks all,
quests
you can't
from
go
people
wrong.
who you aid.
Thank heavens. Thought I'd ne'er make it. If I might be so bold as to impose upon you again, would you be willing to accompany me to the cenotaph and safeguard me from harm?
Pawns with knowledge of a quest may be able to guide you to the right location, but it is up to the player to decide whether to follow them or not. Pawns
Just
support
fuck
you
off.
throughout your adventures
See you later.
and may come to your aid when you are in trouble. To complete your quests, you can ride ox carts to travel to major locations.
Cool.
But be aware, as you might get attacked en route to your destination and have to decide how to tackle the situation.
There's a huge
During the
gorilla over
ride,
here.
You can choose to close your eyes to quickly arrive at your destination.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's the Skyrim opening moment, right?
Time is ever passing, even while riding an ox cart, and the environment around the player constantly changes.
Oh god, we're showing the darkness.
Nighttime is especially dangerous. With no light to illuminate your surroundings, you will be enveloped in pitch black darkness where you can't even see your feet. Also, there are dangerous monsters that only appear at night, so you need to be careful when adventuring in the dark.
I was expecting something much bigger to happen.
If you have a camping kit, you can find a campsite to spend the night and recover your health.
Good evening, Arisen. 'Tis the honor of my life to share your journey, Arisen.
I thought it was going to be like, meow, 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 meow.
To wrap up,
Meow, meow,
I'd
meow,
like
meow.
to introduce some advanced vocations that
Meow,
become
meow, meow,
available
meow, meow.
as you progress in the story. The Mystic Spear Hand combines magic attacks and weapon-based physical attacks. A good all-rounder, they use their duo spear at
Dang.
close range and magic
Found
at
my
long
class.
range. They can also use magic to block an enemy's movement or
A
throw
little bit of
multiple
column A, a little
items
bit of
at
column
once.
B. Found my class. Are you
The
throwing
magic
dogs at
archer
this
is a
cat? What is
items at once.
happening?
They can
What am
also
I
use
looking
magic
at?
to block an enemy's movement or throw multiple items at once.
What? Are you
The
throwing
magic
dogs at the
archer is a
cat?
vocation that further specializes in long-range attacks with magical arrows. On top of healing and providing support to your allies, they can learn a skill that releases a powerful attack over a wide area in exchange for reducing their own maximum
Jesus, this
HP.
bird is getting jacked
And
up.
of course, there are other unique vocations you can look forward to.
So I won't lie, like, we're not finished with this video yet, but all the crazy combat stuff looks really interesting, and some of the unique world moment interactions look interesting. However, I have a gripe. It looks dry. And like the art styles, something about like the visuals of the game look very dry. And in comparative to something like Dragon's Dogma 1, it feels like it looks like Dragon's Dogma 1 again, just with like more stuff that you can do. So it's weird that we don't get like kind of like a crazy visual upgrade on DD in some way. It's crazy. It doesn't really like all the cool gameplay stuff is actually really interesting to me, but for some reason, like the art style of the game doesn't evoke any emotion. Looks very medieval and gray, and you know, like it doesn't do anything for me.
We have a playable version of Dragon's Dogma 2 at the
Need to
Tokyo
play
Game
it.
Show Capcom booth. Depending on the choices they make, each player can experience very different playthroughs.
I need to hear impressions or play
We're
it.
very much looking forward to the impressions of those who get a chance to play. Dragon's Dogma 2 is being developed for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Steam. Please stay
PC
tuned
version,
for more
please.
information. Thank you.
Yeah, it's weird how even DD1 was an interesting game that I did finish, but I didn't really feel compelled to like do the DLC or jump into the game again or anything like that. I thought it was fun, and sometimes I tried the PC port of DD1, and it was good. It was a lot better, but something about the game just doesn't like pull you in. It kind of asks a lot of you. Everyone says Dark Arisen is way better, like that it was way better. So I'm probably going to have to at least try DD1 with Dark Arisen at some point after. But something about like the overall visual art style of the game for some reason like doesn't do it for me entirely, at least not yet. I'm curious, right? I'm really curious if we actually get 4K footage, maybe it'll look a lot better, because anytime they show combat stuff, I'm like, yo, what? This is crazy. Like anytime you see enemy engagement, it looks really cool.